Hey everybody, welcome to Purpose People. We have a great episode, an international episode, as we've invited Susanna, founder of HBBA. So Susanna, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
Could you just tell us what HBBA stands for?
Yeah, Hungarian British Business Alliance, this is our company. And regarding the name, Hungarian British, so that's what we try to do, to provide bilateral economical connections between Hungary and Great Britain and also Central Europe.
So what amazes me is that I didn't know about the actual economic strength between the two countries, Hungary and the United Kingdom. And it's around about 6 to 7 billion a year, I'm being told. Is that right?
Yeah, 6.7 billion pounds per year. And I'd also like to mention that so many British companies, big corporates like Vodafone, Tesco, Rolls-Royce, Jaguar, British Petrol, they have been working and have been doing business in Hungary. And and our mission is to encourage, to help, to support in many ways. More and more Hungarian companies do the same in the UK. And one more thing that I like to mention also, that it's very important that the Great Britain is the 5th strongest economy in the world.
Yeah.
Hungary is the 75th strongest or weakest, how can I say, economy in the world. So it's an amazing opportunity, I think, especially after Brexit, for British companies to develop their economical activities with Hungary.
Yeah, and that's what I like, because obviously the fallout of Brexit and the relationships there, and now you've set up a network to allow businesses to, essentially bridge the divide that's happened as a result of it. You talk about building bridges a lot, and that's exactly what you do. You build bridges between. I'm obviously a member. I've been to quite a few events, and I've absolutely loved the environment there, because everybody's really open and very welcoming, very friendly. But there's also business starting to happen between the two countries, which is incredible.
Thank you for saying these lovely words. Thank you. It makes me so happy. And apart from me as the CEO and the founder of this alliance, I think that my team, my board would appreciate your words before answering your question. So let me mention. My business partners are Paul Smolinski, who is the director of the global relationship. Dr. Erika Sita-Szegedi, she is the legal advisor. John McEwan, he is the financial advisor. And we have a legendary chairman, non-exec chair. His name is Peter Wilcock. So we, as a team, we've been working so hard to listen to our valued HBBA members' similar testimonial that you have mentioned to me. Yeah. Thank you. And also, I must mention the support of the Hungarian Hungarian embassy in London, His Excellency Dr. Ferenc Kumin, the ambassador, and Trade Commissioner Judith Czako. They have been our honorary members, and they have been helping a lot.
No, it's been incredible, because I've met quite a few of these people regularly, and what I get, everybody that comes, it's like an event is normally around about 3-4 hours long. But once it's ended, you struggle. We're trying to get people out the building. I mean, the last event was last week, and the event was finished. They were even turning the lights off to get people going, because the relationships are great.
It's amazing. But I have a magic bell.
Go on.
And I quite often use my magic bell to ask our lovely, lovely guests to please. So coming back to your original question. So the system, the content, how we would like to make our slogan, making connections, building bridges, alive and really powerful, is to provide education about Hungary, about the UK, to provide business facilitation. We've been facilitating many businesses together, not only during the network, during the event, but also before and after. It makes a lot of time and a lot of effort, but we're happy to do that. And also we provide, I wouldn't say we directly generate leads, but sometimes we do, absolutely. And also our network, our members, at the moment we have about 65 members, and we are extremely proud of this business community from Hungary, main majority from the UK. We have a Chinese company who is a member. We have from Pakistan. We have Turkey. So it's international, and yeah. So we are growing.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it a bit later, but there's some other developments as well globally that's happening as a result of what you're doing in London. So out of all the things you could do in the world, how did you end up doing this?
Okay.
You could be doing anything, and you end up facilitating a network between the Hungarian and the British.
Thank you for the question. But anyway, I've been focusing on the HBBA so much, but I have 2 other big projects. But regarding HBBA, 7 years ago when I relocated from Hungary, from Budapest to London, after having a successful exit, because previously I used to run for 20 years.
Wow, okay.
My God, yeah. Translation and interpretation and language school. It was an agency, a small one, but we were successful. So we had a 10-year-long contract with the UK Ministry of Defence.
Oh, wow.
And KPMG and Harley Davidson and so on. So it was a big, how can I say, practice lesson for me, how to work with the UK and international companies and how to have 50 staff around me. Yep. And so it was a successful exit. And when I came here, I didn't know anything. I was embarrassed. I was shy. I didn't know how to...
Shy?
Yes, I was. A bit. So, yes, and I started to help Hungarian companies market entry here in the UK. Yeah. And vice versa. So many British companies reached me out because I did network. And I also organized the first bridgehead networking event. And that was the beginning. And then I got a phone call after the COVID from the embassy. And they wanted to have a morning coffee with me. Yeah. And they offered their help because they realized they appreciated the first UK Central Europe Business Summit that I was organizing during COVID. Yeah. Unfortunately, we weren't allowed to fly to Budapest because the Hungarian government closed the border 1 month before the event. So it was a hybrid event, which was at the beginning was a shock for me. Oh, we couldn't. But then I realized, wow, it's an amazing opportunity to show people how to organize hybrid events. So we were sitting here in London and doing similar thing online. And about 80 Hungarian companies had amazing fun in a beautiful venue by the Danube, in a beautiful hotel. They were networking. They were listening to our educations. Presentations, sorry. Yeah.
No, it's incredible. So the emerging of that was that there was an opportunity that came, you took it, and it began to grow. And what I find interesting is the embassies being proactive enough to say, yeah, we need these types of events. We need networking. Because I think often, for me, it was never on my radar that an embassy could engage people in terms of networking with other countries. You kind of expect that you go and do your normal networks and you bump into someone from a country and that's it. But to be part of a network that's, explicitly, these are the 2 countries and we want to work together and bring other people along for the journey, I think it's just unique and unusual. But as a result, we've met some incredible people because they're all saying the same. we didn't know this could exist, you know. And for me, every event, that's the commentary that people are like, I didn't expect this. I couldn't put my finger on it, but we enjoy meeting all these different people from all over the world.
Let me say something in regards to the embassy. I have already worked with a lot of ambassadors, not only in London, not only in Hungary, but internationally, and a lot of similar organizations that the embassy. The current ambassador and his team, not because I have any bias, honestly. Yeah. No, without any bias, their professionalism, their accuracy, their desire to make something special together is a big motivation for me and for my team too.
Yeah, and I mean, at each event that we'll be part of, there's been that commitment to excellence and be very welcoming and, you know, engaging people and stuff like that. So, you know, I've enjoyed every event I've been part of. I think I've been part of the HBBA now, 6 months, something like that?
Yeah, about 6 months.
About 6 months.
But
loved it. It's been great. It's been really cool.
And we have to achieve the ambassador's expectation when he says almost every single welcome speech, when he say, we are going to make a nuclear power station here together. So that's why we've been working with Paul, Peter, Erica, John, you, because you are also a very important part of our community. Yeah. My question is, sorry.
Oh, you can switch the tables.
Oh, lovely.
She's changing.
Who has made our website, our amazing, meaningful, amazing content, beautiful design, well structured? Who's done it?
Creation and my
Thank
team.
you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I think what was good about that, going through that process with you, is we got the backstory and we understood that this is a really good opportunity for all parties. And, you know, what I liked about it was unusual. It wasn't a normal networking type setup. And I think that was the commitment to bridge the gap between two countries. And I thought, you know, that's obviously now going to play into other countries. But I just think it's unique. I've not seen or heard anything like it before.
Before speaking about other countries, one very important fact of our strategy or methodology is that I have already visited thousands of networking events in Budapest, in America, here. I always appreciate those kind of networking events where we can get some information, some educational materials, something, some message that my personality, my mindset has been grown or has had something. So that's why we have different topics. Different. When you made the presentation, it was about mental issue and how to grow. How to grow, for example. You made a presentation.
Yeah, in challenges and crisis and that sort of stuff.
Yes. Last week, our topic was net zero. Net zero. And it was amazing to have Professor Isa Kivanc from Turkey. That was the reason why he was flying from Istanbul to London. Wow. And not to mention about Harley Davidson, the $2.5 billion worldwide brand. Yeah. And Steve, he's the head of
brand and marketing.
And I think they were amazing.
Yeah, and what was interesting again, it was like what you say, it's like there's networking, there's relationships that are building, but there's education, you know. And I think most people there, strangely enough, probably wouldn't have known that Harley Davidson, who are the big, you know, diesel petrol head type thing, have created an electric bike. You know, and he was educating us all about that. And so he said, you know, whereas that might be one of the brands that, that's under threat, they've already prepared for going down the route of electric. So that sort of stuff is giving people more knowledge, going, okay, so there are big brands now making moves to become more responsible, more sustainable.
We launched the name of the bike is Livewire. We launched the Livewire in Prague in the 20th and 25th anniversary. So it was a big celebration and a big thing. Yeah, the first electric car. Yeah.
So are you a motorbiker?
I used to be.
You used to be?
I used to be.
Can you drive them?
Of course I can.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that. Awesome. Claire used to sit on the back of bikes, but I don't think she ever drove one. But so you're thinking of getting a live wire now?
I tried. I had a test drive. Yeah,
Was it
in
quick?
Prague. It was amazing. It was quick. It was very economical. It was a good feeling.
Was it? Okay.
But a natural and original Harley Davidson biker will like listening the voice, the sound of of Harley Davidson. But Livewire is a green car, economic friendly, so it's amazing. Yeah.
So we've been talking about networking and stuff, and there are people there that have maybe never been to a networker event or a bit worried about it and a bit daunting going into a whole. I think you hear that saying as a kid growing up, don't talk to strangers. But when you go into business, you have to. And so have you got any tips for someone that's like, doesn't know anything about networking, but was thinking of starting out? Have you got any tips for them?
Oh, yeah, I can. How many tips would you like to listen
Let's
to?
go for 5.
5, okay.
Top 5. Susanna's top 5 tips.
All right, lovely. We should keep saying to our kids not to talk to strangers.
Yes. Wait till they're adults.
My number 1 tip is, before we are invited to a networking event, we should make a research, have the guest list, and prepare for the networking event. So as much as I can see the numbers and the sectors and what kind of companies, it means a lot.
Yeah.
Also, number 2 is some people I do or make connections on LinkedIn before the networking event, because it's good to see how much time I would like to devote.
Yeah.
Networking even 2-3 hours. So it's important to be effective. Number 3, be effective, be focused.
Yep.
What kind of people, or if you are just there because you want to have a good time, you can do that, but business-wise is not so efficient.
Yeah.
Number 4, please, never say that. Oh, Darrell, the CEO of a creation, or Susanna Toth, no, very boring.
Yes.
And don't start. Oh, my business. What do you do? Please.
Yeah. So what would you say other than what do you do? How would you say you meet someone and what would you say to them?
Yeah, Darrell. Do you prefer tea or coffee? Are you a tea or coffee? Or are a marmite man or not a whatever, doesn't matter. English people love talking about weather.
I know. It's our default. What do we say now? It's either football or weather. It's one of those two.
Amazing, very good thing. We are big Liverpool fans. Yes. So, for example, last time one of our main topics was Dominic Szoboszlai in Liverpool. Wow. Yeah. So it doesn't matter what or how lovely your hair is, but just don't say, "Oh, what do you do?"
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great one.
Because relationship, business, who do we like doing business? People that we personally like.
Yes.
We have similar mindset.
Yeah.
We have similar attitude. Like-minded people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. And I think that's the thing with networking is that you have to be vulnerable. You have to give a bit of yourself. But in doing so, you create these long-term relationships that it's not necessarily doing business in the room as well. I always see it is that you can do business through the room, that somebody may know somebody who knows somebody else, and they're not going to refer you until they get to know you and trust you. So that for me is that networking takes time, but the payoff is much better than maybe a leaflet through the door, for example.
Thank you for your ideas. Number 4, number 5 piece of advice would be to do follow-up.
Yeah.
Every single networking event, it is very important to say, hello, thank you, I'm very happy to have met you. Can we have a coffee or a virtual coffee or meeting, or whatever. Follow-up is very important. And it works. I can say to you, it works.
Yeah, one of the things you said, which I think stands out for me out of all those 5, is the preparation. Because I don't think a lot of people do prepare. I think they just turn up. And I think that's a really good piece of advice to turn around and say, get the guest list if you can, and then see who they are, and then seek them out on LinkedIn. So you know what they look like, because you go to this room, you can look at a name and you go, and then you're wondering, what do these people look like? But if you've connected them prior to LinkedIn and say, hey, great, I'll see you there. Yeah. It almost means when you walk into that room, you're not overwhelmed because you've got a load of strangers. You're looking for that one or those two people that you connect with on LinkedIn that makes it a lot easier for you. So I mean, that's a really cool piece of advice that I think a lot of people will get.
No, it's worth coming here. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's really, really cool. So in terms of HBBA, obviously it's growing, and more people are getting involved, and we're seeing more visitors coming, which is great. I think the last event was at least over 100 people there, which is amazing. But you're not going to stop just in London.
Oh, we can't.
There's some bigger plans.
Oh, we can't.
So tell us, where next?
Oh, Darrell. This Thursday, we are flying to Edinburgh. At the beginning of the year, hopefully we are flying to Munich. On the 31st of January, we are flying to the Emirates, to Dubai. Why? Not only because of having amazing German sausages in Munich and amazing Scottish whiskey in Edinburgh, but because of we are developing, we are building an international community, like-minded business community, global business alliance. And it means that it's a franchise system. Yeah. So the system is based on franchise. We provide the manuals, the know-how, the system, and everything. And every single country who will be running the Hungarian and Scottish Business Alliance launch will be on Thursday, run by a CEO. Her name is Dr. Erika Sita Szegedi. So the CEO will be always a local person, a local professional who is responsible her or his company. And from the UK, personally, I, Peter, Paul, my team, will be supporting them, mentoring them as many ways as we have to and we can. For example, in Munich, Dr. László Bódi, who is also Hungarian, how initiatives they are. You can't imagine that, because where the idea come from? Honestly, I wasn't sleeping about and dreaming about, global. No.
It's just the opportunity started to come.
There are 4 million Hungarian people live in the diaspora everywhere in the world.
Wow.
And I don't know whether you know that or not, but the Hungarian population at the moment is almost 10 million. So 4 million everywhere in the world, I think it's a big number.
Yeah.
And because of our development, that our valued members like you and the other 60 something members have been supporting us, word of mouth. Because of word of mouth, because of social media, because of newsletters, because of so much work, more and more Hungarian people from the Emirates, from Germany, from Scotland reached me out and they told me, wow, that's good. Do it together. I would like to run.
Yeah. It's been really interesting because I think for me, it's like you have an international feel, but the international feel's going beyond these borders, which is amazing. And, having met Dr. Erika, we're driving up, by the way.
Are you?
We're doing a road trip.
You
as a
mean
family.
we with your family?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic! I look forward to seeing you there too.
Yeah. So
lovely.
We found somewhere mega cheap and on the Airbnb. So we're going to drive up during the day, do the event, and then we'll stay the following day and have a look.
Oh,
so
wonderful!
It should be cool.
Thank you so much.
Erika's messaging us like, well, make sure you go to this place and that place.
Yeah.
So I'm going to find Nessie.
Okay.
That's my plan.
I think that your family will have to prepare for Munich and to the Emirates.
Oh, I'm sure they would love that as well. So my job is after that, I'm going to go and find Nessie and say, look, I found it. You lot have been messing around for far too long, and I found this monster that they've been looking for.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so from your perspective, you've got all these different countries that you're growing and the reach is increasing and it's growing or whatever. What does the end game look like? What in your head now? Because obviously it's growing big. What do you see? Where do you see this in 5 years' time?
Oh, yes, I have a plan in regard 5 years' time.
Okay.
Okay, let me
You don't
say.
have to give it all away.
No. Just
yeah.
Okay, I like to have it. I like to run this global business alliance, including the current cities, at least in 8-10 different countries in the world.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we are professional and well prepared enough. We know what trustworthy and integrity means, and that's the basic thing of everything. And my board is also very committed. So in a 5-year time, 8-10 countries, and in a 5-year time, I would like to spend more time with my family, my amazing husband, in the farm, reading, walking. So just in the background.
Yeah.
A little bit, not to run.
Yeah, but you're creating a movement that runs itself ultimately.
I wish. Go, please do it.
Yeah, but that's the end game, and I think if you can find amazing leaders in those different cities, in those different countries, I think it's half the job. Because for me, you've got some incredible people there, and I think as a result of it, you can see how this could grow quite quickly and have the sort of the impact and influence that you set off for.
Thank you, Darrell. Thank you.
Obviously, I know a lot about Great Britain because I live in Great Britain, but I don't know a lot about Hungary. So what about giving us some five facts about Hungary that we would not be aware of, apart from we have the best football player, plays at Liverpool now, and he's also Hungarian. So we can get that one out of the way. What a guy.
Okay. It's the most difficult question because I would be able to speak about it till the evening. But on the 4th and 5th of October, if you want to have personal experience about Budapest and Hungary, you are more than welcome to our second Budapest business trip. And before speaking about the Budapest business trip, about Hungary, I was born there, don't ask me when, but I was born there. And since then, Hungary is half of my heart, a big part of my heart, and also UK. I think Hungarian people are very open people and very big hospitality, a lot of love in our hearts. I can say that. I think most of us, Also, Hungarian people are very creative, very initiative, and full of desire to create something. For example, the vitamin C was Albert, invented by a Hungarian.
Oh, wow.
The tall biro was invented by a Hungarian, Mr. Biro. Or have you ever heard about Rubik Cube?
Rubik Cube,
Was Mr. Rubik, Ernő Rubik, I know him,
Oh, wow.
Hungarian. Shall I say?
Yeah,
for example, our amazing Queen Elizabeth. Yeah,
in heaven now.
She is, but her granddaughter, Claudia Rédei, so 4 generations before, was a Hungarian lady.
Wow.
And the German Habsburg fell in love with her, and then the British. So even Charles, King Charles, he has an amazing house in Croatia. No, sorry, Transylvania, which used to belong to Hungary. So
it's in Romania now, isn't it?
Now, after the First World War, it was. It became part of Romania.
Okay.
But many Hungarian minorities live there. So this is the number 2. Number 3, why I love my country is because these people are not just business people, but artists. Opera singers or painters, business people, artists, they are ready for spreading their wings globally. So because our country is very small in the Central Europe, only almost 10 million people, so they would love to be somewhere in the world. And the last point of view, have you ever eaten Hungarian goulash and stew?
No, I thought you were bringing some today.
It was my promise, but your lovely wife mentioned to me that the tradition is to have pork after the
pork
podcast.
rolls, yeah.
You know what? You will have to take your amazing family to the Christmas in Warwickshire farm, where I help my amazing family, and I will provide you amazing Hungarian goulash.
That's a deal.
Deal. Done
and dusted. So, lastly, then, in terms of the stuff that we've been talking about and the growth and whatever, can you tell us of future plans beyond? Because there obviously is a business trip coming, and beyond the business trip, which is, you said, the 4th and the 5th of October.
Yeah.
Beyond that, what are the plans in 2024? Just, so people can keep their eyes and their ears open about what's going to happen. Have you got any plans for 2024?
Yes, absolutely. We will be organizing events every single month. There will be a London business trip for Hungarian companies here in London, and we will organize also a trip to Budapest. And we are going to create a global membership because of Germany, the Emirates, who will be run by Calvin Morris. Sorry, I haven't mentioned his name. It's very important. And Scotland. So it means another level and another opportunity to do business, to make connections and building bridges together in a global level. Yeah,
I think for me, what's exciting, I enjoyed the whole London experience with the Hungarian Business Association. Going to Scotland, I know it's going to be a good event even before I've gone. So it's worth that trip and worth investing in something that's quite good. So being committed as a member, I think you'll find a lot of members that have been part of it in obviously London will end up going and trying the other countries as well, which then you've created an international network in less than 18 months or whatever it is. Incredible.
Thank you.
Incredible journey. So how would people get in touch with you, Susanna, if they want to find out about the next event or want to join or that sort of, how would they get hold of you?
Yeah, I would love them to follow me, Susanna Toth Lee, on LinkedIn or on Instagram, and feel free to send me a message, no problem. Yeah. The Hungarian British Business Alliance is also everywhere on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And just talk to our valued members, and our valued members will make a connection with us. Okay. So go for it.
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. I trust you've enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you, and see you on Thursday in Edinburgh.
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Purpose People podcast. You can obviously see us on YouTube, where you can see our wonderful setting here that we film every time we do a podcast. But you can also listen to us just in your ears on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, and Google. Please like and subscribe to YouTube, and please leave a review on our podcast. It really helps us get the message out that can help people live a life on purpose, for purpose. We want to help you make purpose a priority.